EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL24.
Now, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Brent, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a guy whose play and signature mustache took Jacksonville by storm in 2019. The author of Minshew Mania. Now he goes against the Jags. Gardner Minshew. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Minshew going to look to throw it right away. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Minshew. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through, forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
So we've hit halftime here in what obviously is a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. That's how he'll short the defense.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Minshew's throw into the hands of Pittman here, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here comes second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This for the lead in the final stages. Gay's kick is good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down 3-0, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Lawrence into the hands of Ingram, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always